Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on four Samosas. Story, it's kind of a hipster heist movie. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books, links in the description. Comedy horror in South Jersey. It's what? It's the Pineys. Books 1 through 10. Available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. I will be in Voorhees for the Halloween show from 1 to 4 tomorrow. Then at 5 o'clock, I'll be at the Devil's Creek Brewery in Collingswood. Then on Sunday at the Harvest Festival in Point Pleasant, New Jersey, the one that was canceled last week due to rain. What else? I've gotten book 10 of the Pineys, so I will have books all this weekend. The guest dog is gone, and my reward for watching her was an Italian Wolverine comic, because my relatives went to Italy. And finally, I was in a reggae music video. The link is in the description, so check it out. All right. So these guys, the reason I say this is a hipster heist movie, because number one, there's a heist in it. And number two, the movie, although it features many people of color, it feels like it was written by a very smarmy college student trying to ape like Wes Anderson almost. It's got that kind of feel to it. It doesn't make it bad. It just feels like they're trying a little too hard to be quirky, if you know what I mean. But that being said, I kind of like it. So the main character is in love with this girl. She's moved on with another boyfriend, and he's trying to win her back. This character, who I recognize the actor. What the hell is his name? Or he looks like an actor. He looks like Brian Cox. Maybe that's not him, or I'm thinking of a different actor. Oh gosh, what the hell is his name? Anyhow, he for some reason they know he smuggles diamonds, so they're gonna rob him. Okay, so they end up recruiting this girl who overhears them talking by a dumpster, so she's in. And then they recruit this woman who's got some skills, and her demand is endless supply of snacks. So they get her snacks, and they have this plan to rob him by going in disguise and, I guess, distracting everybody and stealing the diamonds. And then I guess a fifth person joins their gang at some point. It all seems pretty silly. It doesn't seem particularly funny. It's more quirky than funny. God, what the hell is that actor's name? Or does he just look like the actor I'm thinking of? Maybe. It's very close, because the actor I'm thinking of, I don't think he's this young. He's a little older now. It's got these weird keys, like saying "thrive together," and they're all wearing these jumpsuits. So I don't know what they're doing. It all feels very much like they're trying to ape Wes Anderson. For Samosas. So, director Ravi Kapoor, determined to disrupt the wedding of his ex-girlfriend by stealing her dowry, I guess the diamonds are the dowry, underachieving wannabe rapper Vinny and his neighborhood pals concoct a plan to take her family jewels from a supermarket safe. I mean, it's not a bad premise. It just, I don't know if I find this funny. I mean, he's trying to be funny here. He's like tempting her with various Indian foods, and she's turning him down, and he is shocked. Let's see if I can read these credits. Written and directed by Ravi Kapoor. I mean, I kind of like it, because I feel like he has a lot to say. I mean, the characters are pretty flip. But, I also think I'm not laughing is part of the problem. Like, this doesn't look funny to me. Like they tried to break into the safe in multiple ways and they couldn't get in, and then they're reduced to smashing it with a hammer. I mean, I don't know if I can, and this whole thing vibe together, thrive together. Not so sure if that works. Maybe this could be funny. It's just not. I'm not laughing at the trailer. I thought it was amusing. I guess what this trailer is really missing for me is enough seriousness to make it feel like they're in danger of actually being horribly murdered, and then it would be funnier because then they're actually taking a risk. So like the way I would set this up, I would make them mafia guys, and mafia guys wouldn't screw around. If you robbed them, they'd be out to hurt you badly, if not kill you, and get their money back. So they would need an expert plan to blame it on somebody else or, get away. And there would be a real, you would have to come up with some clever thing to make it realistic that, because literally organized crime guys will hunt you down to the face of the earth, across the face of the earth to get their money back. They don't let that stuff go. Not ever. So it's more about face than it is the money. So I'm not getting that impression from what I'm seeing. I guess part of the problem is I'm not really seeing the villain, the actor who's playing the villain, who looks super familiar to me. They're not showing any of his lines. Like, he needs to be menacing for this to work. Yeah, no, it's not the actor I'm thinking of. He looks very similar to him, though, in the other shots. Not in this shot, though. Now I can clearly see he's also Indian. He's just lighter skinned. But yeah, they should really give us a couple of dialogues of him just being a jerk, or him being, vaguely threatening or powerful in some way, so we can get the idea that, yeah, this guy, they should not be messing with this guy. There's actual danger here. Because if there's no danger, then I'm not going to be, there's no tension for me to laugh at when they try to pull off this crazy heist. There's no, then I'm just going to be like, oh, it's just a wacky movie. They're going to pull off the heist at the end. So, first act, Vinny is apparently working at his parents' very cluttered store, and he's kind of a loser. He's not going to get the girl he realizes of his dreams. She's moving on, and he concocts a plan to steal her dowry, which I guess is in diamonds. This girl, who's actually hotter than the girl he's in love with, decides to join in along with his best friend. So they concoct this plan. They recruit they recruit at least 2 other people, I'm guessing, to rob the place, just so he can get his girl back. And really, I think he ends up with the other girl, the hotter girl, would be my guess. So second act is about the heist. Third act, the heist succeeds, or the fallout from the attempted heist. And in the end, he ends up realizing he doesn't need that girl, that he's wasted all his time. And I guess a few other things happen too. Perhaps there is a dance number. See, here he looks a little menacing. We could have used a couple of lines from him to kind of, understand that, yeah, this is a serious thing. He's not going to be happy, even if he's not a gangster. Like, it's easy to make him, oh, he's kind of ruthless. I mean, he's got a goon or 2. Like, you should have shown us a scene maybe of him ordering 2 goons to beat up a guy who stole like something little, like a shopping cart, just to show how petty he is, and that, yeah, he's going to rob him of these diamonds. Oh, it ain't gonna be good if he figures it out who robbed him. And then in the end, maybe that he mistakenly, another guy is blamed for the robbery who deserves kind of a beating anyway, so he beats up him, and that's the end of the movie. Like, and that's how they get away with it. Something like that. That's the way I would frame it. So, do I want to see this? I wouldn't mind seeing it, but if your villain isn't sufficiently evil enough for me to feel that there's at least a little bit of danger, I'm kind of probably going to tune out. I'm probably going to get bored of this movie. That's where the tension is. You got to give us at least just enough realism to say, oh yeah, or you got to be hilariously funny, one or the other. This isn't hilariously funny. I mean, it's amusing, But like, if you're doing something like Airplane, yeah, the villain doesn't have to be all that evil. It doesn't matter. It's just crazy. But even in Animal House, one of the funniest movies ever. I mean, the Dean is very evil in Animal House. He's also very funny and pathetic in his own way. Same thing with the villains in Blazing Saddles. So you got to give us more, I think, of the villains. It's fine that everybody's quirky and whatnot, but that's not enough, I'd say. So for Samosas, maybe. Opening in theaters and video on demand on December 2nd. If I could see it for free, I would watch it. Yeah, which I probably can't. Would I pay for it? Probably not. Probably not. Unless I heard from somebody else, oh, you got to see it. It's amazing. Then maybe. Maybe I'd tune in for it. But again, it feels very quirky for the sake of being quirky. It feels very much like an IFC movie. So anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Hi, Little Joan. Oh, you're so cute. You're so happy the other dog's gone, so you get all the attention now. All the attention. Check me out at Voorhees tomorrow, at Devil's Creek in Collingswood tomorrow, at Point Pleasant Beach. All the links are below. Check them out. Check out the music video I'm in, and we'll see you. Say it with me, Joan. Tomorrow.